Oh, yes. I'm here, all except we've moved the 15th of November to the 14th of
Yeah.
November. And I know that our time changes on the 5th of November.
Ah,
So the
ours is
class the
on
previous week, and yours changes when, Ruth?
the week before. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll have that 1 week when we'll be at an
Yeah.
hour difference.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Uh,
I'll work. I'll work that out. Don't worry.
okay. Okay. If you and Amanda can work that out, then we'll be all on the same page for the 14th, time wise.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Let us have some water.
Good point. I haven't got any.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
And as we've been doing, okay, we'll do a little here.
I do have to say, Donna, I was taken out for lunch today. It was rather large, so still recovering with a very full belly. And
Oh dear. I was just thinking, oh, we'll start with our spirals here and our body movements. Okay.
fine, I'll do what I can. Don't worry.
Okay, let's move on to our feet. So let's start with the toe twiddling. We're going to do a little shorter with our feet today because there's other things I want to make sure we have time for. And then doing a little bit of that um, movement with the metatarsals, just loosening up. Mobilizing was the word I was looking for. And the bottom of our foot, just even rubbing that point in the middle and then pulling out in all directions. We can pull out any stagnation. And then, well, we usually start with the back. So pulling up the Achilles tendon as you press the heel down and away. And then pulling up the front of the ankle as you point the toes down and away. And finally, our gates. And we'll move right away to the other foot. Twiddling our toes. Lengthening them and rotating them. I'm getting in the habit again of doing that while I watch the news on television. So I realize I can't fix what's going on in the world. So maybe I can fix a bit what's going on in my body by getting that foundation, that support activated. Pulling apart in all directions and then just pulling anything out of the heel we don't need. And then pulling up the Achilles as we flex the feet. And doing the opposite on the front. And finally, our gates. Let's do the caterpillar walk with our feet. We haven't done this for a while. So stretch out your toes. I'll do it with my hands. And then pull the heels forwards. Reach out with your toes. Pull the heel forward. So making sure you really do that reaching with the toes to start it. And then we'll do the opposite. Reach back with the heels, pulling the feet flat, and scrunching up the toes. And let's try that once again, reaching the toes out, pulling our feet forward, like our feet are crawling across the floor. And then the opposite, reversing back. And then we can try doing rolling around the outside of the foot, which I think we worked on a little bit last week standing as we were shifting weight. So reverse the direction as well. And then just maybe pitter patter your feet to shake all that out. Okay, moving up, let's do some circles before I get you rotating. So now you get to slosh your dinner around.
Yeah.
Thinking of the organs, circling around, massaging. Massaging your dinner or your breakfast. And then coming to pause and reversing the direction. Sloshing all the organs in your belly around, rolling the organs around. And then let's take that up to the heart. Rolling the heart around. So it's movement of the heart that's going to pull the body along with it. Massaging the lungs and the kidneys. And pausing and reversing directions. And then let's take it up to the head, moving the head around. like you were shining. It took me a while to figure out what I really wanted to do here. So imagine your head, you have a beacon out the top of your head, and you're drawing circles on the ceiling with your head, which is pulling your whole body. As you do this, let us keep the weight on both sits bones as much as possible. So we create some length in the body. Yes, we're not just rocking our sits bones now. We're stretching the body around on top of those sits bones, creating some length through the spine. And let's pause and reverse. So notice your feet, how they are supporting you. Notice that helps create stability in your sits bones, and then allows for this mobility through the torso. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of spiraling. So let's start from the head, as we've often done, but just taking the eyes around, following the eyes, and noticing just the rotation of the head on top of the spine. So with our hands on our thighs, our shoulders staying pretty much to the front, and we're just rotating the head on top of the spine. Now let's activate our mouth and follow your mouth around, leading your whole spine to assist in the rotation. You can allow now your arms to move. You might find your hands sliding on your thighs as your mouth encourages you to seek that juicy pear behind you. And now maybe just watch me for a minute. So we're getting this action in the body. So we're taking now the rotation supported by the feet on the floor. So use your feet on the floor to activate this rotation. And let's actually do some pulses. This is something they do in gyrokinesis. So we're going to rotate and relax, come back a little bit, rotate a bit more, come back, rotate. If you can even do more, you can use the pressure of your hands. You can even use your hand on the opposite, on the thigh that you're moving toward, to help create that rotation, and then come back to center. Let's try it on the other side. Maybe go ahead and use your hand on there. Rotate, breathe back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, see a little further. Inhale, come back. Other side. Inhale, release, and inhale, spiral more. Spiral even more. Keep that mouth active. And back to the front one more time, the other side. Inhale, and inhale, and spiral, release, spiral, come back to center. Okay, now let's take a spiral. How do I want to do this? Open the arm and spiral as far as you can. Bring the arm up over the top, reach sideways, bring it down forward, and come up. Place that hand on the other side. Spiral open. Up over the top, reach sideways. Continue around, forward, roll up, replace the arm on the other side. Open, spiral, around to the side, down to the front, roll up, other side, and open, over the top to side, continue around, forward, and roll up. Okay, I think you have the idea there, but I'm just going to call attention to the fact, because I disappeared kind of there. So these are the 3 rings that we did a few months ago. So it's diagonal back, but I'm saying take yourself as far as you can go. The whole thing is a ring, or probably an ellipse that keeps going. And the thing is, the ellipse is on a diagonal slice through our kinesphere, yes? So each time we're moving through different dimensions. So the 3 rings are diagonal back, side high, forward low, but those of course are just points. We're not doing a straight line. We're making a circle around through our whole kinesphere, right? So it's like you're tracing the sphere around you, not like you're going forward, side, up. Okay? I think you all had that, but I just wanted to make that consciously clear in your minds as well. So let's just do a couple more of those. So here we go. Diagonal back, around to the side, down to the front, roll up, and rotate, and curve, and forward, roll up, and rotate, and curve, around, forward, roll up, and rotate, up and over, forward, low, roll up. Okay, let's go down to the floor. I'm going to have a drink of water on my way. Into our constructive rest position. I'll be slightly on the diagonal. Oh, I forgot. There we go. So just take a moment to breathe, to settle in to the ground, to the floor. If you like, on your own time, maybe roll your head a little bit to feel the weight of your skull, of your brain, sloshing your brain around in your skull a little bit. And then we're going to activate our arms by activating our fingertips to reach out and pulling our shoulder blades wide, creating width in the center of our back between our shoulder blades, and the arms start to embrace that cloud, fingertips coming around, 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 around. Lots of circular movements today. And then opening from the elbows, continuing to widen across the back, widening through the wrists. Fingers are still in a bit of a curve, finding that gentle curve where the arms are toward the side, but the fingertips are reaching more diagonally forward. And then let the arms roll down to the floor. So upper arms, lower arms, wrist, hands. Take a deep breath. Notice if there's any more of your body in contact with the floor. Make adjustments if you need to, and we'll do that one more time. So fingertips are reaching out. They really desire, just like our mouth was leading us around, the fingertips are going to lead us around this cloud. Around, 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 creating space as we gather, space in the middle, like we're hugging an enormous teddy bear. Until the fingertips are almost touching, just energies reaching to each other between them. And then we reverse that process again, reaching out from the elbows, creating even more space between the shoulder blades, opening up that area, reaching out with the wrists, allowing the fingers to remain in a gentle curve, as if that cloud has just expanded and expanded and expanded. And our arms are supported above the ground, so we're not pinching our shoulder blades together. We still have that width across our back, and then roll the arms back down to the floor. Okay, next we're going to take our knee drops to the side. So let's go to the right first today, knees dropping to the side. Take a deep breath, let go. See how much tension in your body you can release. And then press the left hip into the ground, bring the knees back up to the ceiling, and they continue over to the left side. And take a deep exhalation, release as much tension as you can, allowing the thighs to each find their own trajectory. Then pressing the right side of the pelvis into the floor to bring the knees back up. And they turn over again to the right side. This time, stretch your left arm up in a diagonal from the left knee to the right fingertips. And take the fingers of your right hand and just stroke your rib cage, seeing if you can relax the ribs at all. Maybe exhaling, see how much tension you can release. And then put your right arm back out on the floor, and we're going to reach the fingertips of the left hand up over the top of your head, turning the palm over, and then reaching out along the floor as you roll your head over on the forehead, and the fingers reach beyond the right hand, really creating a lot of space and a lot of rotation in your body. Take a deep breath there with the left fingertips reaching beyond the right hand. Can you release some of the tension in your hips, in your lower back? Maybe you can feel some lengthening happening in the lower back. And then continue the arc downward towards your knees, reaching, reaching, reaching. And then palm turns over and starts to pull you back away from your right arm up into that diagonal. See if that diagonal is any different now. Maybe there's some relaxation that's taken place. Now reverse the circle, coming down towards your feet with your hand. And when you can't go any farther downwards, turn the palm over, brush the top of your thigh, and then reach out along the floor, pulling your body over again, your forehead rolling over, and continuing the arc up toward the top of your head. Take a deep breath, pause and take a deep breath, feeling the length on the left side of your body. And then continue all the way around to that diagonal. Stretch long from your left knee to your left fingertips, maybe feeling it more on the front of the chest now, and then back to the side with the hand, and the hip pulls you down, and your knees drop over to the left. Right arm reaches up on the diagonal. Pause there for a moment, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, stroke your ribs with your left hand and see if you can release anything there. I find this a big challenge. We can tend to carry a lot of tension in our chests. Okay, put your left arm back on the ground and then start that circle with the right arm up over the top of the head, turning the palm over and then reaching out beyond the left hand as your head rolls over on the floor, reaching down with the fingers toward your knee, turning the palm upwards and reach out with the right hand far away and up onto the diagonal. Take a deep breath and feel the length from the right fingertips to the right knee. What can you release? And then reach the right arm down toward your feet. When you get to your legs, turn the palm over to brush your thigh and then continuing brushing on the ground away from your left hand as you roll over. And let's pause with the right arm reaching beyond the left hand. Take a breath or two and release anything you can here in this rotation. Then reach the arm around, continue the arc up over the top of the head, and pause on your side with the arm over the top of your head, feeling the length on the right side of your body. Take a deep breath. Reach as far as you can, and then turn the palm over, come back to the diagonal. Feel that length from the right knee to the right fingers. Feel maybe some lengthening across the front of the shoulder area. And then as you come back to the T, pulling it down to the floor, legs come back up towards the ceiling. And we'll do our now thigh flexion. So let's flex the right thigh, knee drops toward the chest. Bring your hands over the right knee and allow the weight of your hands to pull the knee towards your chest or just feel a little bit of weight there. Then slide the left heel along the floor away from you. Press the heel as far away from you as you can and feel the length from the left heel to the right knee. Also feel length on the back of your neck. If you find your chin is reaching toward the ceiling, see if you can let go of that, let your chin settle back and lengthen the back of the head instead to create length all the way along the back of your head, all the way down your spine, all the way through the left leg to the left heel. Okay, let's flex the left thigh now, bringing the left knee up toward the chest, switch hands, and let the right foot drop to the floor. Allow the weight of the hands to pull the left knee toward the chest, slide the right heel along the floor, creating as much length as you can from the right heel to the left knee. Nice deep breath. Remember to lengthen the back of your head, adjust if you need to feel the length all the way down the back side of your body, down the right leg this time, and the right heel. So there's also length from the right heel to the top of your head. And then fold the right thigh in toward the chest. Let the left foot drop to the floor. Let the right foot drop to the floor. And we'll now do our arcs with the leg. So folding the right thigh into the chest, drop the foot to the floor, slide the heel along, out and up toward the ceiling. Press the heel to the ceiling and then lower the right leg slowly to the floor, feeling the increasing weight. Then slide the heel up and drop the heel to the floor. Other side. Fold, slide, press the heel away from you, arc up toward the ceiling. Feel the weight of the pelvis into the floor and the heel reaching away from that weight. Then lower the heel slowly down, feeling the increasing weight, and slide the foot up and drop the heel to the floor. Check out the back of your neck again. Can you reach the back of the neck long and drop your chin towards your neck? We're talking about a rotation of the head to lengthen the back of the neck. Okay, once more on each side. So fold the right thigh in, slide the foot along the floor, press the heel away from you, out and up and an arc to the ceiling. Reach away from your pelvis with the heel. Lower it slowly down, keeping the length from the heel, the length from the back of the head, and then slide the foot up and drop the foot down. Other side. Fold and slide. Press the heel along the way, arc up to the ceiling, and press the heel to the ceiling and the weight of the pelvis into the floor. Then lower it slowly down, keeping the back of the neck long on the floor, and slide your foot up and drop it to the floor. Okay, let us roll over onto our tummies and palms under the forehead. Just take a nice rock now with your pelvis, loosening up your lumbar spine, loosening out any kinks, releasing any tension, breathing. And let that movement subside. Forehead on the floor, hands in your V position, and we will just take, let's do 5 of our pressing into the floor with the hands and lifting the head off the floor. So press with the palms and the elbows. Inhale, head comes off the floor. Exhale, head goes back down. Press into the floor, head comes up. Exhale, head goes down. Press into the floor. Inhale, head comes up. Exhale, head goes down. Press into the floor. Inhale, head goes up. Exhale, head goes down. See if you can keep the length in the back of your neck as you do this. Inhale, press up. So don't reach out with your chin. Reach out with the whole head through your G20 point at the top of your head. That's what's reaching out. So let's exhale down. Let's do one more of these. Really focusing of the head reaching away from you and up. And release down. Okay, hands under your chest. Tuck your toes under. Press yourself up. Well, let's go into cow cat a couple times before we go into downward dog. So we got to give the kitties a chance here. So exhale, rotate the tailbone toward the floor and the top of the head to the floor. Feel really that length in the back of the neck. Now inhale and reach out through the top of your head. Don't press your chin forward. Reach the top of the head out and the tailbone out and up, and then exhale and reverse tail and top of the head toward the ground. Inhale, reach out through the top of the head, back of the neck long, and exhale. tailbone and head down. One more time. Inhale, reach out through the head and the tail. Exhale into the curve, pressing with the hands, and then tuck your toes under, press up into downward dog. And let's take some treads. So pressing the right heel to the floor, the left knee relaxes, and reverse. Left heel to the floor, right foot relaxes. Pressing through the palms into the floor. Alternate treads. Right heel to the floor, left heel to the floor. Maybe it doesn't touch the floor, but reaching in that direction, lengthening the back of the leg. And now starting to walk forward to your hands. And when you can't go any further, walk back with your hands towards your feet. Knees relaxed, head dropped over. Let's just roll our heads in little circles, okay, shining the light in circles on the floor. Feeling the toes long on the floor, pressing into the floor to support you. Rotate your head in the opposite direction, little circles. Deep breath, exhale. See if you can release your lumbar spine, your lower back, any. Let's nod our head like we were saying yes, ringing a bell. Okay, and then we'll roll up slowly to standing. Reaching up, out through the top of our head, skywards, and feeling the weight going down through our tripods of our feet into the earth. Deep, deep, deep down to the center of the earth, and out the top of our head, up, up, up into outer space. And take a walk around your room and get a drink of water. Let's start with just a little swaying from side to side. Okay, I'm rushing. I'm excited today. So just start with a little swaying from side to side. And let's feel the weight shifting on our feet from the outside of, pushing from the inside of one foot to the outside of the other foot. Just feeling the feet motivating this slide from side to side. And then taking your weight on one foot, open that hip joint, and then close the other one back to parallel. Opening, closing. Opening, closing. Opening, closing, and then reverse directions. Shift the weight, turn the leg, shift the weight, open the leg, shift the weight, close the leg, shift the weight, open the leg, close, open, close. Let's do it a little faster. And open, and close, and open, and close. Keep your toes active on the floor. Open and close. Reverse directions. Open and close. Open and close. And open and close. And open and close. Okay. So let us go into a little bit kind of a Qigong series, but modified. So spreading the arms, opening up around the cloud like we did lying on the floor, and coming down, opening out, and pressing down, opening out, spreading, and then gathering, and coming in, and we move on to our creases, our plies. Two legs, and then two on one leg. Shift the weight. If you can, if not, just keep doing it on two legs. Replace the leg together. Shift the weight. And turn. Do that same opening. So you're now in facing the corner. And we'll do this next one from the corner. Open the arms and bring them together. Open the arms, bring them, to turtle dove's tail. Open the arms. Okay, now we're going to add the creases to this movement. Here we go. So we're going to crease, knees go over the toes at whatever angle. So take a look down and make sure your knees are going over your toes. So there is actually, I'm going to stop a moment just to explain. So we're working with turnout a bit. So the legs are rotating from the hips, just like we've been doing for a month. And they are going in the trajectory of our feet, but it's because it all happens up here. So the legs are spiraled. So you'll feel kind of an opening in here as you move out. And the knees are moving out in that same angle. So don't think of the knees going down, think of the knees going out over the toes. So like the toes are really, really long. Okay? If it hurts, don't do it. Do it in parallel position as we did. Okay, let's see here. Open and gather. Spreading and gathering. Spreading, opening out, gathering. Spreading, gathering. Spreading. Last one, spreading, and now bring the legs back together and let's go out and up over the top. Rainbow arc. Feet push us from side to side. Feet come together, arms come up over the top. And now we're going to do the rolling of the arms. So here we have our spirals again. Up over the top. Arms come together. Circle, open the heart. Curve over, open the kidneys. Open the heart, open the kidneys. And we switch to reaching over to one side and then the other. Scooping out space with our fingertips. And reaching up to the side. So here we have those feet pressing us from one side to the other, the hips sliding around. Bring the feet in and we do pushing palms. And moving into looking in the mirror. And let's just bring our arms down, around, up. And we'll finish this part like this, because we're going to go on to our phrase. And I just need to try this one new thing once, because I've been doing it in bed in the bathtub, but it's not quite the same. So. Yes, that's what I wanted. Okay. So we are going to learn the legs first. So this is to add to our sequence. So it's simply side, diagonally back, replace your weight on the front. So side, diagonally back, front. It's a balancé if any of you have waltzed. Diagonally back, but I'm just making it spatially pretty specific. So that's all it is. Side, back, front. Side, back, front. Side, back, front. Side, back, front. Now we're going to add the arms that we did on the chair. Forward, side, open on the diagonal. Forward, side, open on the diagonal. forward, side, open the diagonal, forward, side, open the diagonal, forward, side, open the diagonal. It's a big circle of the arm. Okay, I'll put on the music, so we do it just a couple times with the music before we do the whole sequence. Just 1 second here. Let's see if it's loud enough. Oops, it got unplugged. Just a second. Loud enough? Okay. So we'll just do that simple part. I put in 5 seconds for when I taught in the studio. Here we go. Hello. End. Okay. So we tag that on to the end of what we did last week. So we'll review that together. So we have lift the shoulders, drop, open the arms, reach up and press down. 3, reach down, side, up and over and reach to the side. Press the heel down, 2, 3, hug, open, lift, and we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're ready to 1, 2, 3. And we just have to take a little step. So doing that last part from the front, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1. And just bring your foot together to continue. So we'll go around 4 times in one circle and back. And if you need to in your space, part of the reason I was doing this was that if you've gotten way over here and you're going to run into things, you can take these, moving yourself back a little bit, so you're back in the center to go on. You can use that to adjust yourself in your space. It doesn't have to be so precise. Okay, so here we go. So it just starts right away. Up, down, reach out, reach up, press down, reach down, side, up and over and stretch, out and turn, press, together and hug, lift, up to the sky and over, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, shoulders up, down, reach out, reach up, press down, reach down, reach side, reach up and over and out to the side, turn, press the heel, together to hug, lift, heart to the sky, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, together, lift, down, reach out, up, press, down, low, high, around to the side and turn, 2, 3, together, lift, open and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're ready to go on the other side. Up, down, reach out, reach up, down, other arm, 1, up, over, 2, 3, turn, 2, press together, up, lift, open and waltz, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, shoulders up, down, reach out, reach up, down, reach low, middle, high, around, reach to the side, turn, 2, together and up, lift, open and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, shoulders down, reach out, reach up, down, and low, middle, high, around, reach to the side, turn, 2, 3, and hug, lift to the sky, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, last time, up, down, reach out, reach up, press down, low, reach to the side, turn, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's Angela Hewitt, and she's playing, you know, like an artist. So it's not like jum, 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 jum. Okay, there we go.
Lovely.
So, another Wednesday. As the world falls into total chaos,
Yeah.
we'll just create a little bit of
Normality.
beauty. Cheers.
Mm.
Dana, I sincerely hope we don't pass or fail by that little cute. Watching you is lovely. Don't forget, doing is not so lovely, but it doesn't matter. I'm just.
My movements are just a suggestion.
That's
You can always, I mean, I didn't say that, but we haven't done this with music for a while. Yeah, you can always use that as a point of departure for your own improvisation.
Trust me, it is.
It's a neat
So if you find another way that you want to express the music, that's fine.
I did want to say thank you for helping us to reach with the top of our head when we were doing the cat cow, because I always do it with my chin. So you were very correct in what I was doing wrong and how to correct it. Thank you.
Okay, I'm really glad because that was really starting to concern me. I hope that was clear. Yeah,
Very.
the difference between doing this and between doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a gentle curve, and you're reaching from here. You're not doing this. This is just flexion of the head on the spine, and it's just shortening those muscles. We're wanting a curve that goes all the way up the spine in an arc.
Yeah.
Good class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Any other questions?
Not right now.
Well, we'll see you next week.
Mhm.
Everyone
good-
have a good week.
Have a good week, everybody.
Good
Take care.
class.
Yes, you too.